Imagine not being able to remember certain details of your life, such as your family members or your hobbies. This is the reality for people suffering from Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is a degenerative disease. This means that it gets worse over time. People first diagnosed with Alzheimer's usually have 6 to 10 years to live. Alzheimer's at first causes memory loss and gradually causes other problems as it deteriorates more of the brain. Eventually, the person cannot do basic functions like walking and talking. Alzheimer's eventually results in death. There are several factors that contribute to Alzheimer's. These factors can be divided into lifestyle, genetic, and environmental. Lifestyle factors are things such as diseases and lifestyle choices that can be controlled to an extent. Some examples of lifestyle factors are depression, smoking, or diet and diabetes. Depression and social isolation can lead to the brain being damaged, which makes it a high-risk factor. Additionally, people who have undergone physiological stress have an increased level of stress hormones. These hormones have been shown to be damaging to brain functionality. This can lead to Alzheimer's. Equally important, people who smoke are 45% more likely to get Alzheimer's. If a person lives a sedentary lifestyle, they also have a higher risk of getting Alzheimer's. People with conditions such as diabetes are almost twice as likely to get Alzheimer's as a normal person. Repeated or bad head injuries can also lead to Alzheimer's and CTE. CTE is a neurodegenerative disease. CTE is most commonly diagnosed with athletes, especially football players. It can contribute to Alzheimer's. Football players are 4 times as likely to get Alzheimer's as a normal person. High alcohol consumption is also a contributing factor to Alzheimer's. However, a little bit of wine can actually help to decrease the risk of Alzheimer's. There are several genes that can contribute to Alzheimer's, although there's a relatively low risk of inheriting Alzheimer's from a family member. However, there are exceptions. There are 3 main genes that can lead to Alzheimer's. If a person has an alternation in any of these genes, there's almost a 100% chance that this person will develop Alzheimer's. If people with these alternations have kids, there's a 50% chance their kids will develop the disease. Additionally, women have a higher chance of developing the disease. However, for other types of dementia, the risk for men and women are the same. This is thought to be because of the specific chemicals associated with Alzheimer's and how they react with estrogen in women's bodies. There is one more uncontrollable risk factor that is the most important: age. Age is the single biggest risk factor for Alzheimer's, as it typically affects people ages 65 and over. However, people younger than 65 can get it, and this is known as early onset Alzheimer's. One thing that most people don't understand is that Alzheimer's is not a normal part of aging. It is a disease to be cured like any other. Environmental factors are a third category of risk factors that contribute to Alzheimer's. While research hasn't shown how environmental factors lead to Alzheimer's, it has shown a higher rate of Alzheimer's in people exposed to specific environmental factors. Some examples of those risks are exposure to toxic chemicals to the brain. Air pollution can also increase a person's risk of getting Alzheimer's. So can exposure to heavy metals and pesticides, as this leads to neurodegeneration or brain cells dying. This is why it's important to invest in developing renewable energy as well as more natural ways of living. Investing in this could lead to a reduction in all diseases, not just Alzheimer's. The first patient to be diagnosed with Alzheimer's died in 1906. If she were alive today, there's little more we could do to help her than people could back then. There's still a lot of research to be done about Alzheimer's, so donate to the cause.